Steve Kaminsky with MLive.com and the Grand Rapids Press. I'm joined by Mike DeWitt for the Michigan Sports Radio. One more time, Mike, we've done this throughout the season. It's down to two teams, West Catholic and Grand Rapids South Christian, going for state championships this weekend. Mike, you got to say these two programs, at least over recent years, have been the best in the Grand Rapids area.
Yeah, they've both been very good, and they're both playing Lansing teams. South Christian going up against Lansing Sexton, and West Catholic going up against Lansing Catholic. And you look at both these teams from the Grand Rapids area. They're both led by quarterbacks. This will be their third trip to the state finals. Travis Russell for West Catholic and John Wasink for South Christian. And both of those quarterbacks are 1-1 in the state finals. They'd like to get it that senior year, and they've both been outstanding this year. West Catholic undefeated all the way to this weekend, hoping to cap an undefeated season. And South Christian with 2 losses early on in the season to 2 very good teams, and just hasn't looked back since then. They both like to run the ball. They can also throw it when you have quarterbacks that have started since their sophomore year. They know how to run the offense. They're confident going into the game, and just looking at both these teams, I expect them both to walk away with the state championship. I'd actually be more surprised if they lost than if they won in this next trip.
I agree. They have the experience, obviously, coming back for the third straight year. Both teams have several players that have played on all 3 of these teams. I know West Catholic has 10 players. They play Saturday at 4:30. They have 4 3-year starters. What does West Catholic have to do to win?
West Catholic just needs to do what they've done. Just don't turn the ball over, play outstanding defense, and give the ball to their backs and let Russell run it when he needs to and throw it when he has to as well. They don't really need to do anything special. They just need to be West Catholic, because when they have been West Catholic, they come out on top.
I'd have to say South Christian, probably the same formula.
The exact same formula. You got to get the ball into John Wasink's hands, let him make plays on the ground and through the air. And Wasink is good enough where he can carry your team by himself. For Wasink, just don't force anything. Let your athleticism and your skill and just who you are as a player dictate to Lansing Sexton how that game's going to go.
I talked with John Wasink throughout the year. He wants us back because he was hurt his sophomore year in the state semifinal game. He didn't play in the finals that they ended up winning, and they lost last year. So I know he really wants to walk off the field having had a chance to play on a winning team. So we'll see what happens. They play 7:30 on Friday. South Christian does. 4:30 for West Catholic on Saturday. Join them live in the Grand Rapids Press throughout the weekend for coverage. And please tune in to the Michigan Sports Radio for coverage as well.
It's going to be a lot warmer there than it is right here.
Yes, it is. Thank you so much for joining us all season, and enjoy the coverage this weekend.